So we do have some good news for Celsius. That's some good news. It's not we're all getting our money back or anything like that. But there was a recent release here. This news here came from CoinDesk. Celsius shareholder Bank to the Future proposes Bitcoin investment restructuring in rescue bid. So this is Simon Dixon's company, Bank to the Future. They have 5% holding of Celsius. He also has a lot of depositors who are in Celsius as well, and he is offering assistance in a recovery plan. You can look at the recovery plan here. I'll link it in the description. It goes into who Simon Dixon is. There was another kind of bailout, or I don't want to say kind of financial restructuring that he did for Bitfinex back in 2016. And then if you come down here, this gives the different proposals. Proposal A restructuring to relaunch Celsius and allow depositors to benefit from any recovery through financial engineering. What financial engineering means, we don't necessarily know. It is quite vague. A pool of the most influential whales in Bitcoin to co-invest with the community. Proposal number 2. That sounds like it would be great if anybody would do that. But it's hard to say. It says they completed a similar disaster recovery offering for Bitfinex in 2016. Proposal number 3, an operational plan that allows a new entity and team to rebuild and make depositors whole. Now, I am not a financial advisor. I'm not giving any financial advice to anybody. Don't take my advice. Don't take advice of any influencers on YouTube, all that stuff. But as you guys might know, if you've seen my previous videos on Celsius, I am a depositor in Celsius. I had too much crypto in Celsius like a noob. I had 10 Ethereum and 0.3 Bitcoin and some Matic. And yeah, it really hurts. And I feel for you guys who are in Celsius right now. This is interesting to check out. There is this place here. This is all their beliefs of why they want to do this. I think with what's going on in the crypto space right now, and just in general with people in business, most people have an agenda and they're doing something to somehow benefit themselves. So Simon Dixon, I'm sure, he's building his own personal brand. He is trying to protect his depositors. He's trying to protect his reputation as an investor. And it seems like he has some kind of fund. Now there is this spot down here where you can leave your name and your info, your email. I don't know if I would give them my main email. I don't know what kind of spam or stuff they're going to do, or whether you should give them your full information, but you can leave them information, what they'd like to consider in the recovery plan. I don't know how legitimate this is, what this will actually do, and I don't think if the entire community goes on here and starts yelling and screaming at Celsius and start telling them they want to pull out their money right away and all this horrible stuff, I don't think that's going to help. So even if that is what you want to do and you are going to pull your money out of Celsius, as having our own agenda, we probably want to seem like we still believe in Celsius, and because if they think that the community of Celsius still believes in them, then maybe that'd be more likely to partially open withdrawals, or I don't know, something. It really depends on how big their hole is. Their deficit, we don't fully know at this point. Now, this is like some kind of good news, not great. We still don't know. And the thing is all this is still speculation, and be very careful right now with crypto news. And I'm going to go into exactly why here. Recently, CNBC said that Blockfi was about to be purchased for $25 million in a fire sale source. Source says, buying the entire ecosystem brand of Blockfi for $25 million FTX. Then you look here, entrepreneur, Blockfi CEO denies rumors of $25 million deal with FTX shortly after that is released. And that first one is CNBC. That should be a quite reputable news source. So we have to be super careful in what kind of news we necessarily just listen to and believe and make decisions based on that news. Now, this was also something that I don't know if we can necessarily trust. If it is true, we are effed, basically, in Celsius, it seems like. FTX passed on deal to purchase Celsius due to deficient balance sheet report. FTX is stating that Celsius had a $2 billion balance sheet deficit. If that's the case, I don't think it's going to work out well. But, I mean, what is some good news, at least at this point, is that they haven't actually filed bankruptcy yet. So that is good news. Because Three Arrows Capital just did file bankruptcy. And also, Voyager Digital here suspends all trading, deposits, and withdrawals. Another lending platform to do the same. Now, if you had money on Voyager, of course I do feel for you. However, in the state we're in and seeing Celsius go down, and now if you have money on Blockfi, I mean, I don't want to say you're an idiot, but that you're taking a huge risk right now to have your crypto on these lending platforms on Nexo or Blockfi or any of these ones that you can still get your crypto off of. I was reading some tweets on Voyager's Twitter. It seems like there were people trying to withdraw possibly as early as 2 weeks ago, though, and their stuff was still processing. So these platforms they pause withdrawals before they tell everybody they've paused withdrawals. So, I don't want to, it's like, we don't want to cause run on banks, but I don't have any of my crypto anymore on these things. I don't think I probably ever will. I'm strictly keys. Need my keys, need my crypto. That's where it all is right now. I've gotten it off the exchanges. I have a tiny bit on Coinbase, but even Coinbase is not foolproof. And they have a disclosure in their agreement stating that if they have insolvency issues, they can use your assets. So, that's the state of crypto we are in. This contagion, it seems like a lot of it stemmed from Terra, and the UST collapse wiped out $50 billion, and a lot of lending platforms were using Anchor Protocol, and that's the thing with crypto right now, and that is a big problem with crypto in general. I think is so many people are leveraged. They're super leveraged, and you get liquidated. People get liquidated, and you lose all your crypto, and if you're lending and you owe other people crypto and you just got liquidated, which is unfortunately probably what happened to Celsius and is happening to these major brokers and lenders, and also people are just pulling their money out. People are pulling their money out and pulling their crypto out because they don't trust them, and unfortunately, rightfully so. We can't really trust people right now. This is so unregulated still. It felt like with Celsius and Blockfi and Voyager and these big companies and massive valuations that the space was getting safer and less scammy and less. And that it wasn't like in the Mt. Gox days, but that doesn't seem like the case. It's still crazy out there. We still don't have any SEC regulation. And I do believe that when SEC regulations, it might hurt the market in the short term, but in the long run, I believe that's going to really help the market. Now, for some good news, I would say, if you're looking at these assets right now, if you're looking at crypto assets, if you believe crypto is completely dead, which you probably don't because you wouldn't be watching this video, I don't think, if you believe that, then, and if you don't believe that, then we are getting into pretty unbelievable buying territories. Now, I think this is going to take time. I don't think the crypto space is just coming back. I don't necessarily think we've hit bottom yet. It's hard to say. You never really know when you hit bottom. I'm adjusting my investing strategies after what happened with Celsius and what's going on, and after this huge crash where I don't think a lot of us suspected it would crash this far. I thought, 50, 60% sell-offs. But, this, I mean, if we look at where we were at all-time highs with Ethereum, almost at 5,000, 4,800, and we're down here at 1,000, that's about a 5x right there to go back up to all-time highs. And if we pass all-time highs, we're looking at 5x plus, and that's on Ethereum. But of course, there is talk of getting down into this 500, this layer of support here. I mean, it's possible. I think it's unlikely. 400, 500, I'd be definitely picking up more ETH in that range. I picked up a little bit more ETH. I'm going to kind of like watch it. I'm going to be cautious. I'm going to put in money slowly over time. And then when the next bull market does come, I'm not chasing. I'm not FOMOing into anything. I'm not buying anything close to all-time highs. I'm just going to ride. I'm going to ride the wave, save my money, and taking profits when there are good profits to be taken. That's a big learning experience for me in this last bull run and this new bear market. Didn't take profits, and that's in this game we're in. I think crypto is going to be volatile for a while. I do believe eventually, if it becomes truly mainstream and market cap gets massive, starts falling a little bit more trajectory, the stock market possibly won't have these huge 80-90% swings. But in crypto right now, that's what it is, and we got to know what the game is. And when we get back up to 50K a Bitcoin, that happens, don't be buying Bitcoin. I wouldn't be buying Ethereum at $3,000. I wouldn't be buying. I mean, I didn't buy Ethereum at $3,000. I didn't buy Bitcoin at $50,000. That's just But I bought Avalanche at like 50, and thinking that was low when it came down, and now we're back down at 16. So and with me, I think these are all still so speculative, and if you get down past the like top 20 coins basically right now, you are really swimming in the deep end. And right now, I think we're in a survival mode for these coins. The coins that do survive, we're going to see massive upside, and there's going to be a lot of coins that just don't make it, I don't think, or just don't ever go back up to all-time highs. So we got to be really careful right now, but there's a lot of opportunity, and I'm kind of basing my strategy around what Mark Andreessen said, is just about where developers are moving and where things are being built. I just want to look at where things are being built, and where developers are moving to, because what the markets do is always hard to explain or know what it's going to do. But if there are new products that are actually going to provide value to people that are being built, then value will be created. So that's kind of my view. And with all this news coming out, I mean, reality with Celsius is kind of like we just need to sit tight. Probably don't read too much information. I was reading too much, and it was messing with my head, and I'm preparing myself to lose it all and hoping that we don't lose it all. That's kind of the space we're in, and big learning experience. I still have savings. I still have other investments. I still have all these other things. So it's okay. Definitely going to make it through, but it hits hard. And I know a lot of you guys out there, and there's quite that are maybe not in that position, had everything in these places. So I do feel for you guys that sucks. And, we can come back from this stuff, and it's just huge learning experience, huge learning experience in crypto. And just don't make the same mistake twice. Don't let it happen again. Don't have your crypto on Blockfi right now after you got it locked in Celsius, and lose your freaking crypto in some other platform because the CEO or whatever says, or even USDT, these stable coins right now. It seems like USDC is the safest. I don't have any crypto in stable coins right now. There's USDD. I made another video on that. I can link it in the description. If you have money in USDD, you're just really, really gambling. You're taking on a lot of risk. So just know you're taking on immense risk. You are trusting that these CEOs of these companies that say, oh no, we're good. I mean, Alex was saying the day before they paused withdrawals, how good their products, how good their balance sheet was and everything. And that almost seems like it's turning into a red flags when you have CEOs and stuff coming out saying how wrong everybody is. And then a week later, a couple of days later, no, it proves to be the case. So, I'd be careful believing any of this stuff right now. And Sam Bankman-Fried, he's got an agenda. He says he's building, or he's trying to help the brand and the community of crypto. Probably more like he's trying to make as much money as possible and trying to. He's smart because he's buying when everything's low. This is the Great Depression of crypto. This is the 2008 of crypto right now. This is a huge crash, and this contagion, I believe, is going to continue. I don't think we've seen the end of of these insolvent of businesses going under, coins going under, people who are going to get hit down the chain here. And a place like FTX, if their books are good and everything, and they have the chance to suck these guys up on a discount, then yeah, I mean, he seems like he's trying to build a dynasty. That dude, he's on a mission, and if you align your incentives correctly with him, I think there is money to be made, but I wouldn't necessarily trust him. So I wouldn't trust anybody right now in this space, especially in crypto. I mean, Simon Dixon, I don't trust Simon Dixon, but hopefully he helps us, because his incentives are aligned with I think some of his incentives are aligned with depositors. So anyways, seems like you can reach out here through this Depositors First if you want to try and give out some input. Be careful out there, you guys. Hope you learned something. Like and subscribe, do all that, and we just keep going. Woo!